Good morning, everybody. Honorable Minister for AYUSH, Shri Shripad Yesso Naik ji, Secretary AYUSH, Shri Ajit Sharan ji, officials of the Ministry of AYUSH, participating editors, members of the media, honored guest speakers, ladies and gentlemen. It's my privilege and honor to welcome you all to today's Health Editors Conference. The conference is jointly organized by the Press Information Bureau and the Ministry of AYUSH. I'm particularly grateful to the Honorable Minister for his kind guidance and direction. Friends, let me begin with a quote from the Honorable Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi ji. Yoga is an invaluable gift of India's ancient tradition. It embodies unity of mind and body, thought and action, restraint and fulfillment, harmony between man and nature. A holistic approach to health and well-being is not about exercise, but to discover the sense of oneness with yourself, the world, and the nature. Dear friends, as you are all aware, it was the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji who had proposed holding an International Yoga Day in his UN General Assembly speech on 27 September 2014. As a sequel to this, the UN General Assembly in December 2014, that's the same year, declared 21st June as the International Yoga Day. It's pertinent to note that the resolution for the Yoga Day was co-sponsored by 175 of the 193 member nations in the UN. The resolution was adopted by an acclamation without having to take a vote. After the great success of the International Yoga Day last year, this year also a series of events have been planned up to spread awareness about the concept and practices associated with yoga. With these words, let me first welcome the Honorable Minister with a bouquet, please. I also extend a warm welcome to other dignitaries on the dais. Today's Health Editors Conference is one of such event organized jointly by the Ministry of AYUSH and the Press Information Bureau. The idea behind organizing this conference is to discuss the scientific and the technical aspects of yoga so that all of us understand the concepts and benefits of yoga better. I am sure that after listening to the renowned experts, all of you will be having better perspective and will write and broadcast more informed and in-depth stories for the benefit of people at large. Friends, the format of today's conference is as follows. First, the Secretary AYUSH Shri Ajit Sharan ji will deliver his address, followed by a presentation about the International Day of Yoga activities by Joint Secretary AYUSH Shri A.K. Ganeriwala. Thereafter, the Honorable Minister will deliver his inaugural address. He will then take a few questions. I need not say kindly follow the points of order when you want to ask questions. And after that, friends, the Ministry of AYUSH has organized 6 interactive sessions. I wouldn't like to break the suspense. The experts are from such different backgrounds. I'm sure you will enjoy every session and benefit a lot. Let me just run through the names of experts and the topic of presentation that they would be giving. We will start with Dr. Shirley Tellis. She is the Director, Patanjali Research Foundation, and the topic is Yoga for Stress Management. I think it is definitely needed for all of us, especially those working in the media, we are always on a breaking news chasing, you know. Then there will be a presentation by Dr. Rajvi H. Mehta, a senior Iyengar yoga teacher. The topic is Yoga for Muscular Skeleton Disorders with special emphasis on women's health. Then the presentation by Dr. S.C. Manchanda, cardiologist. Topic is Yoga for Lifestyle Disorders with special emphasis on cardiovascular diseases. Then there will be another presentation by Dr. H.R. Nagendra, Chancellor S. Vyasa. Topic is Yoga for Youth. Another presentation by Dr. Usha Kiran, Professor and Head, CNC AIMS. Topic is Raja Yoga for Mental Health. There will be presentation by Dr. I.V. Basavareddy, Director, Morarji Desai National Institute of Yoga. Topic is Traditional and Scientific Basis of Yoga Protocol. The last presentation will be by Dr. Mrs. Shashi Bala Singh, Outstanding Scientist and Director, Defense Institute of Physiology and Allied Sciences. The topic is Science of Yoga in Stressful Environmental Conditions. Friends, I don't want to take much of the time because we have long hours consisting of 7 experts to make their presentation. Once again, I welcome the Honorable Minister for AYUSH, Shri Shripad Yesso Naik ji, under whose leadership and guidance this conference has been organized. And my special welcome to all the media persons and editors who have assembled in this room. Now I request Secretary AYUSH to give his address.
Honorable Minister of State, Independent Charge for AYUSH, Shri Shripad Yesso Naik ji, editors and other eminent media persons, distinguished members on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a pleasure for us to be jointly organizing this conference here today with the PIB. Many of you would be wondering when you got this invite as to what is the whole purpose of this workshop here today. Let me reassure you, it's not to persuade you to participate in the mass yoga demonstration. Yes, it would be wonderful if you could join in the yoga celebrations. But the purpose of today's session is, I would say, totally different. Yoga at one level takes no convincing. Most of us are convinced of the benefits of doing yoga. But most of us just take it as a kind of preventive mechanism for preventing disease and for promoting good health. But most of us are probably not aware of the kind of serious researches which have taken place regarding the benefits of yoga in preventing or curing various different kinds of diseases. In the run-up to the International Day of Yoga, we thought it would be a good exercise to, first of all, acquaint the senior members of the media to the recent researches which have taken place connecting yoga with musculoskeletal cure of musculoskeletal, treatment of musculoskeletal diseases, cardiovascular health and rejuvenation after serious surgeries, connection between yoga and mental health and so on. And through you take this message to the common people that yes, there is a very serious researches which are going on, there's a very scientific basis, and we should be doing yoga not just because it's given in the classics or we just it's good if we feel good after doing it in the morning. So without taking much time, let me welcome all of you here today, and I hope you have a very fruitful interaction with all the experts, and they are all the topmost experts in the country in their subject here today. Let me reassure you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Secretary Sir. Now I request the Joint Secretary to give a presentation.
Honorable Minister, Sir, respected Secretary, DG PIB, and most respected Dr. Nagendra, other eminent speakers, members of media and press, my colleagues from the Ministry, research councils, and all distinguished guests on this unique occasion. Because I think this is for the first time that this kind of conference on the scientific aspects of yoga is being organized by the Ministry of AYUSH. And we are taking we are making use of this opportunity to also share with all the media friends about the preparations for the International Day of Yoga, which is about 13 days away from today. And we are already in the final phase, so I will quickly, within the next 10 minutes, I would like to share with all of you what we are doing for the current year's International Day of Yoga celebrations. So if you, these are the contents of my presentation. Then the national event would be at Chandigarh, then how we are celebrating across the nation, then International Day of Yoga in Delhi, connecting with the youth, because this time our focus is to attract more and more youth towards yoga, then how to create a buzz, all kinds of actions, initiatives we have taken, so there will be discussion on that. Then yoga institutions all across the country and all across the world, I would say, they have been our huge support, huge strength in planning, in creating a sea of volunteers, because for yoga we need trained volunteers, and yoga institutions have come forward this time in a very big way and with a great deal of enthusiasm. And then also we are planning to introduce an international award scheme this year, that also I'll briefly mention, and then there will be a 2 days international conference where we are expecting participants from at least 50 countries. So as I mentioned, the national event this time would be at Chandigarh. Well, last time we had a grand event at Rajpath, and the ministry thought that this euphoria of yoga, of course yoga will be, last year also it was celebrated across the country and across the globe. This year also it will be done at almost on a bigger scale. But when we hold a national event, it creates a real euphoria. So you can go to Chandigarh to feel that euphoria. So our idea was that we should take this event to different place. So this time we have decided for Chandigarh, and Honorable Prime Minister is likely to attend that event. And this is jointly organized by the UT Administration of Chandigarh, State Government of Punjab and Haryana. And we are expecting participation of 50,000 people, but at the main venue there will be 30,000 people because of the space constraint, and 20,000 participants would be performing yoga in different, near lake and parks, botanical gardens across the city, beautiful city of Chandigarh, rather tri-city, that is Mohali and Panchkula including. And you can have a look at the category of participants. And this time also we are also involving Divyangs. There will be 500 Divyang, our differently abled friends, plus even people from different sections of society. The rickshaw puller, our brothers, they will also be brothers, they will be participating. Self-help group women, they will also be participating this year. And this is the venue. You can have a look at this is a bird's eye view of the venue. That is called, this is Capital Complex between Vidhan Sabha of Haryana, Punjab and High Court. This will be the sectoral plan. Then also there will be a Chandigarh Yoga Festival which is starting from tomorrow. Earlier it was planned for 10th to 12th, but now they have decided to organize it from 9th to 12th. So that is basically to bring in that element of youthfulness in the entire exercise of yoga. And they have, tomorrow there will be presence of Revered Shri Ravi Shankarji, who will be talking to people in Chandigarh. Then on 12th, Swami Shri Baba Ramdev Ji would be there on the closing ceremony. Our Honorable Minister would be there on 10th, our Secretary Sir will be there. So it will be a host of activities will be organized in last 4 days, including a 3D, some presentation or leisure show, then moonlit yoga, all kinds of yoga flash mobs, yoga dances. It's absolutely, different formats of yoga would be displayed during the next 4 days there. Then if we see our plan for the country, across the country. Then from the ministry side, we have written to all the state governments, to all the ministries, that they should hold this common yoga protocol of 45 minutes all across the country, state capitals, even right up to the panchayat level. And in each district, we are organizing a 1-month course which started on 22nd of May and which will continue till 21st June. In each district, there is 675 districts, plus in 10 metropolitan 100 RWAs also are organizing this 1-month course. So right now, from our side, that is through our Central Council for Research in Yoga and Naturopathy, 1,700 yoga training camps are being organized across the country, which have started in the last week of May and will continue up to 21st June. And in addition, there are thousands and thousands of such free yoga camps being organized by our partners from yoga institutes, NGOs. So, the number is absolutely mind-blowing. Then also this time we have taken a new initiative that we have requested all our corporate houses that they should also partner with us. They should also celebrate yoga. A letter has gone from our secretary, sir, to all the important chambers of commerce, and they have also responded positively. Even Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, Institute of Coast Accountants of India, they are also on board, and their number is again, for example, ICI, this Institute of Chartered Accountants of India, they have 1 million members across the globe. So, and they have already planned a big event on 21st June, and only 4 days back, there was a container in Mumbai. Hon'ble Minster was the chief guest. I also happened to be there. So there is a huge amount of enthusiasm and euphoria for participation across the different sections of society. And as I mentioned, that all leading yoga institutions are also planning their own plans for yoga retreat for foreigners, yoga separate classes, yoga they are organizing yoga shivers in their own premises across the globe. Then in Delhi, as I mentioned, the national event would be in Chandigarh, so Delhi being the capital of India will also have a huge demonstration in thousands of places, but these are the 7 places where ministry is directly involved. The Nehru Park at Chanakyapuri, where we'll have presence of diplomats and government servants. Then again, Connaught Place, entire Connaught Place on the Rahagiri model will be celebrating this common yoga protocol. 10,000 participants are expected. NDMC is the nodal agency. And similarly, Lodi Garden, again for government officers. Then District Park, Dwarka, and Talkatora Garden, Swarn Jayanti Park, this Rohini, and as I mentioned, 100 RWAs. So these are the places where we are expecting thousands and thousands of people who will be participating in yoga protocol on 21st June. So as I mentioned, connecting with the youth would again be a very important initiative this year. And this year also, we have got our apparel designed through NID and NIFT. So these are just, for example, I'll show you some. So similarly, we have got many designs which we have shared with the Khadi village industries, Fab India, and yoga institutions that they can. So different designs we have got prepared through NIFT and NID. Even the T-shirts which we are distributing for the main event were jointly designed by NID and NIFT. Yes. Similarly, all schools we have requested, we had series of meetings with all different education societies, including DPS, DAV, Ramakrishna Education Society, that they should voluntarily encourage the participation of students across the country. Then Nehru Yuvak Kendras, there are more than 100,000 affiliated clubs with NYKS. They will be organizing this mass yoga demonstration. Similarly, National NSS, they have members of there are 36 lakh volunteers, so who will be performing yoga on the same day. The NCC, Bharat Scouts and Guide, UGC, they are also organizing 2 to 3 days yoga fest across the country in all the universities. Sports Authority of India, they are organizing, already training has started. Then for creating a buzz, as I mentioned, we have developed an instructional booklet, DVD on Common Yoga Protocol. We have shared with our friends from media today. Then outdoor publicity, electronic media, then print media, and this time we are using social media on a large scale. Then today, as you can see, we are holding this health editors conference. Then also a Yoga Geet competition was held, national competition was held, and we received about 900 entries. And we have selected one song, and that is in the final stage. I think by next 2 or 3 days it will be final. And then also their curtain raiser we had organized on 20th to 22nd April in Talkotara Stadium, which was hugely successful. Hon'ble Home Minister was present during the valedictory function. Then also, if you see the media of information and broadcasting, they have developed a very elaborate plan. So they are now Doordarshan, DD News, All India Radio. These are all plan of INB. So yoga institutions, as I mentioned, all important. There are about 19 important yoga schools in the country. They are all, for the last 4 or 5 months, they have partnered with us with great deal of willingness, and they are providing us not only the ministry, but all the state governments, all the corporate houses, all other institutions. These yoga institutions are providing technical support by way of providing technical human resource for training and organizing training for trainers, etc., army, paramilitary forces. And these are the awards which we are planning, we are considering, and this first award will be presented during 2017. We are working on that. And these are very brief information about what MEA is doing all across the globe. The 173 missions, they have already submitted their plan for organizing International Day of Yoga. These are curtain raisers around the world which have already started. Actress Shilpa Shetty led a mass yoga gathering at the Dubai Festival. Yogathon at many iconic locations across Argentina. These are 100 Chinese women perform yoga, and all these things you can see. So this is how this buzz has been created. The Vietnam, we have taken ex-Miss Universe, Miss Rodriguez. Then USA, Carlos Carcos, Secretary of State, and all. Basically, just to give you idea how we have been preparing and then how widespread and how vast this year's International Day of Yoga would be celebrated. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ganeri Walaji. The Minister will be joining us in 5 minutes. He has some urgent. But then he will have to come and give his opening remarks. Would you like to take, we'll take 1 or 2 questions on whatever is presented. Do you have any questions? Yeah. नहीं आप सेक्रेटरी साहब भी हैं पूछ लीजिए.
Let me make it clear. इस साल कोई कीर्तिमान स्थापित करने के बारे में कोई एफर्ट नहीं है. लास्ट ईयर 2 गिनेस वर्ल्ड रिकॉर्ड सेटअप किए गए थे. इन द रिकॉर्ड्स वर ऑफ कोर्स, एज यू आर प्रॉब्ली अवेयर, द the largest number of yoga learners at one place and the largest number of nationalities represented in one place. This year we are not looking at records, number one. Secondly, in terms of how widespread the yoga celebration this year will be, almost every Indian mission abroad, every country where there's an Indian mission, there will be a yoga day celebration. So they are already tying up with yoga centers abroad, the resource persons going from India, etc., in different ways, and you will be amazed at the kind of enthusiasm which is there in most of the state international capitals. In terms of number of foreign delegates coming here, even last year most of the representation were from foreign nationals already in India, and we expect that there would be a fairly big representation in the national event in Chandigarh as well as in the events being organized in Delhi. But we are not targeting any numbers at all this year. So I would not be able to give you any specific number that so many foreign nationals would be participating. Thank you.
What we'll do is now the Honorable Minister will make his opening remarks, then we will take a few questions. Yeah. Thank you.
Dignitaries on dais, and Ajit Sharanji, Secretary AYUSH, DG Mr. Frank Doranaji, Anil Gadinewalaji, Dr. H.R. Nagendraji, experts of yoga and allied science, delegates and friends from print and electronic media. It is indeed a matter of great pleasure that the Ministry of AYUSH, Government of India, in association with the Press Information Bureau, Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, Government of India, is organizing a National Health Editors Conference on yoga for holistic health researchers today. This program would also serve as a curtain raiser for the forthcoming events of International Day of Yoga 2016. Nowadays, yoga is a popular worldwide. It is reached almost every part of the globe. People practice yoga in some form or other for spiritual or health purpose and to overcome some stress. I would like to place on record our gratitude to various yoga schools in India who have tirelessly propagated and promoted yoga not only in India but also abroad. Multifaceted benefits of yoga in physical, mental, emotional, social and spiritual well-being is a person, and its long-term benefit to the people from all walks of life have been established by the large number of interdisciplinary researches in different fields. Today, yoga is a popular because of its therapeutic credentials as also its overall benefits. The most of the modern day health problems are because of faulty lifestyle, and yoga is an efficacious means to overcome this disorder. The uniqueness of therapeutic benefit of yoga is that it can work along with any other drug system of healthcare, and this enables to practitioners of other system of medicine, including the modern medicine experts, to prescribe the yoga program to the patient. There are a number of researchers work conducted all over the world on different aspects of yoga and its utility in the promotion of health, prevention and management of various disorders, beside improvement in the physiological function of the body. There are innumerable published research work now available to the common public as well as to the physicians of different systems and the researchers. The basic objective of this conference is to discuss the recent researches on different aspects of the yoga. Few eminent yoga researchers will deliver lecture on different topics. By educating health editors of the both print and electronic media on the subject of recent researches on yoga, they will disseminate the health benefit of the yoga to the public in better form and manner. Today, there will also be a comprehensive presentation by the Ministry of various program activities planned to celebration of International Day of Yoga 2016 across the country and globe. The celebration organized by the Government of India across the world to mark the first International Day of yoga on 21st June 2015, very grand success. The event was able to portray the yoga as a symbol of rich culture of heritage of India. The mass yoga demonstration at Rajpath, New Delhi was a historic event and also set two guidelines record, that is largest yoga class at the single venue enrolling 35,985 participants and maximum number of nationalities, that is 84, participating in the yoga classes. The Government of India has decided to take forward the momentum created last year with the greater and more active participation of the section of the society, particularly the youth, during the current year's celebration. The main program would be the mass yoga demonstration from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. on 21st June 2016 by following the common yoga protocol for 45 minutes and 15 minutes institutional protocol, if any, at the national, state, district, block and panchayat level. In addition, yoga feast, seminars, workshop, musical and cultural program based on yoga involving the students from the school, colleges, universities, various youth organizations such as NYKS, NSS, RAS, etc. are also being organized. The national event of mass yoga demonstration would be held at Chandigarh. However, similar event will be also held all across the nation and the globe. The event should be a people's program where they voluntarily come forward to participate in the mass yoga demonstration by highlighting the benefits of the yoga for the better physical, mental health and social harmony. The state government have also been requested to encourage use of locally made yoga mats and apparels for preferably with the locally available raw material to provide the employment opportunity to the local artisan and small entrepreneurs. We are also making special efforts to involve the different able persons in all celebration. All the corporate houses have been also requested through their chambers to participate in the celebration in International Day of Yoga and also to promote use of yoga in their office premises as a daily routine. The Ministry of AYUSH will also be organizing this two-day international conference on yoga for body and beyond at Vigyan Bhavan, New Delhi on 22nd and 23rd June 2016, in which eminent experts of yoga from across the globe would be participating. I'm sure after this half-day conference, you will have a fair idea about the scientific aspect of the yoga and would enlighten the society at large through writing an article in the coming days highlighting the scientific strength of yoga so that more and more people adopt yoga as a part of their lives. I thank all of you who have gathered here to exchange views and promote healthcare and well-being of citizens of the globe through yoga. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Thank you, Honorable Minister, sir. We will take some questions, few questions. Yes, Bhatia sahab aapne pehle उठाया.
मंत्री जी, पूरे देश में योगा मनाया जा रहा है, सारे सरकारी ऑफिसों में योगा मनाया जा रहा है, स्कूल कॉलेजों में सब जगह योगा मनाया जा रहा है. क्या गवर्नमेंट का कोई ऐसा प्लान है कि इस दिन को छुट्टी घोषित कर दी जाए, योगा डे, हॉलीडे? Because otherwise the entire offices and other will be disturbed with working.
ऐसी तो योगा सुबह की बात है, सुबह 8 से 9, 8:30 तक चलेगा. ऐसे तो छुट्टी की जरूरत नहीं, लेकिन यदि डिमांड हो तो भी हम रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे सरकार.
Sir, your ministry seems to be sort of performing from one yoga day to another. Now, did you, after the last yoga day, undertake any sort of survey or anything to estimate what did you achieve by that exercise last year?
Yeah.
We did do a lot of survey, and I think it would be wrong to say that we are just going from one yoga day to another. We take strong objection to that, frankly. There are a lot of other activities happening in the ministry, and as far as yoga is concerned, we did a survey of yoga institutions in the country as to what was the outcome of the yoga day. We found that in all the yoga teacher training institutions, the applications for enrolling as yoga instructors had almost doubled, if not tripled. We have several people here who, Professor Nagendra from the Vyasa University, he would vouchsafe. and many others here would vouchsafe that one of the major fallouts was young people have started looking at yoga as a very serious career option. In fact, I was visiting one of these institutions and I just asked the people who had recently enrolled for the MSc in yoga program, and you would be amazed to know that most of them, they were engineers, MCAs, and highly qualified otherwise, and it's not that they did not have career options, but they still switched to yoga as a career option because of their passion for it. Number two, the number of people just practicing yoga has also increased very substantially. The kind of enthusiasm, the interest which it has generated among the masses is unprecedented. So I think these are invaluable outcomes of the International Yoga Day.
No.
Yes, we will be very happy to give you the figures from some of the yoga institutions. I don't have them right now, but we will be able to give them to you.
Yeah, Santosh.
Sir, yoga is an $80 billion industry, and mainly China and US dominated. So, there is any figures that you can say what's the percentage of share of India and what the percentage you are looking for in the future?
First of all, we are not looking at yoga as a business at all from the ministry side. Our main objective is to promote and encourage people to adopt yoga as a way of life. And as we said, yoga is not just a set of physical exercises. I think the asanas, the pranayams are just the first steps in a long journey towards yoga. So we look at it as a more serious thing. But yes, in terms of professionalizing the whole ecosystem of yoga, as I said, we had got special yoga apparel designed from the two leading institutions this year, the NID, the NIFT. We got 10 different designs prepared, and then we kind of put it up in the public domain that anybody can adopt that, and we sent these designs to Khadi board, to Fab India, to Reeboks, and we said all the yoga institutions, they're free to adopt this. Yoga apparel is one, yoga merchandising is another. We are not looking at making money ourselves, but yes, definitely popularizing and using the power of commerce to popularize yoga. We are open to it, and we are trying various modalities to kind of take yoga forward.
मंत्री जी, मेरा सवाल है, योग के महत्व को देखते हुए इसको सरकार की कोई योजना है क्या कि स्कूलों में कंपल्सरी करने की? और एक दूसरा सवाल कि सूर्य नमस्कार को इस बार नहीं रखा गया है, पिछले बार इसको लेकर काफी विवाद उत्पन्न हुआ है, इससे क्या करेंगे?
मैं आपके दूसरे प्रश्न का पहला उत्तर देता हूँ। लास्ट साल में भी हमने सूर्य नमस्कार को नहीं लिया था, क्योंकि सूर्य नमस्कार थोड़ा सा जटिल एक्सरसाइज है और वो विद इन द 45 मिनट्स या 30 मिनट्स वो करना मुश्किल है, और नए लोग जुड़ते हैं इसके लिए भी वो मुश्किल है, और इसलिए सूर्य नमस्कार का यहाँ कोई ये नहीं है। दूसरी बात है, आपने कहा कि सभी इसमें कंपलसरी करेंगे। ऑलरेडी स्कूलों में हमारे HRD मिनिस्टर ने सभी स्कूलों में सर्कुलर भेजा हुआ है, काम चालू है, और सभी स्कूल अभी अडॉप्ट करने लगे हैं। बाकी जो ट्रेनिंग स्कूल है, बाकी और जो बड़े बड़े जो इंस्टीट्यूशन है उसमें तो कंपलसरी किया हुआ है।
मेरा सवाल है, ओम के उच्चारण को लेकर के काफी विवाद रहा है योग में, साथ ही साथ प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी उसे कहाँ पर योग करेंगे, और बड़े मंत्री क्या इस बार विदेशों में भी जाएंगे या और भी स्थानों पर जाएंगे, मंत्री लोग योग करेंगे?
हाँ, मंत्री लोग तो सब योग करेंगे, प्राइम मिनिस्टर भी करेंगे, और जो हमारा मेन कार्यक्रम चंडीगढ़ में है उसमें प्रधानमंत्री जी हाजिर रहेंगे।
आप कह रहे हैं जो योगा का बाजारीकरण नहीं किया जा रहा।
अरे सॉरी, ओम का तो अच्छे काम के पीछे तो थोड़ा सा अपोज तो होता ही है, तो नेचुरल ये है, तो ऐसा कोई अपोजिशन ऐसा मुझे नहीं लगता। इस साल, गए साल में थोड़ा सूर्य नमस्कार लेके था, ओम के लेके था। ओम ये तो हम जानते हैं, हमने कंपलसरी नहीं किया है। आपको चांट करना है करो, कि ओम के बिना योग तो पूरा नहीं हो सकता है। ओम के बिना यदि हम कुछ चांट करें तो खाली वो एक्सरसाइज और गीत हो जाएगा, योग नहीं हो जाएगा। और इसलिए तो हमने समझाया, लोगों को समझा, जो कुछ अपोज कर रहे थे उनको समझाया है, और ये समझ गए ऐसा दिखता है।
आप नहीं किया जाएगा योगा का, लेकिन जो बाजारीकरण में उतरे हुए रामदेव जी, ईसा फाउंडेशन, ब्रह्मा कुमारी, इनको आपने शामिल किया, लेकिन मोरारजी देसाई इंस्टीट्यूट को आपने, इस सरकारी संस्थान है उसको इसमें
जैसा
नहीं, पहली बात तो मोरारजी देसाई इंस्टीट्यूट is our leading national institution and they are leading all our major yoga day activities and other yoga activities. Even today's conference, the lead has been taken by the Moraji Desai Institute. So it would be wrong to say. And as far as yoga, I think any institution which takes the cause of yoga forward is welcome to us. And I think all these institutions, without taking any names, they're all doing a great job. And I think we wish there were hundreds and hundreds of more such institutions.
सर मेरा सवाल ये है कि इस बार मुख्य कार्यक्रम चंडीगढ़ में किया जा रहा है, क्या दिल्ली में जो पिछले साल कार्यक्रम हुआ था उससे जो प्रोटोकॉल है उसमें कोई बदलाव है, समय बढ़ाया गया है और कुछ आसन बढ़ाए गए हैं, वो कौन से हैं अगर बताया जाए वहाँ पर, जहाँ तक कि समय ऐसा पता चला है कि समय भी बढ़ाया गया है यहाँ के मुकाबले?
इसमें जो पिछले साल का प्रोटोकॉल था वो 35 मिनट का था और इस बार उसको बढ़ा के 45 मिनट का किया गया है। उसमें कुछ आसन बढ़ाए गए हैं, पर्टिकुलरली जैसे प्राणायाम, एक शीतला प्राणायाम मतलब जो ठंडक देता है शरीर को। 21 जून आपको जैसे पता है कि बहुत ही गर्म दिन होता है, समर सॉल्स्टिस का डे होता है ये, तो इसमें योगा एक्सपर्ट्स का व्यू था और योगा हमारी कमेटी है, एक्सपर्ट कमेटी जो एपेक्स बॉडी है, डॉक्टर जो हमारे गुरुजी नागेंद्र जी उसके चेयरमैन हैं और उसमें जो हिंदुस्तान के जितने योगा स्कूल्स हैं उनके सीनियर रिप्रेजेंटेटिव उसमें मेंबर हैं। तो उन्होंने फिर ये डिसाइड किया था कि कुछ आसन जो इंटरमीडिएट आसन थे वो भी हमने कुछ ऐड किए हैं। जो पिछली बार एक आसन से दूसरे आसन में जंप किया था तो वो लोगों को कुछ परेशानी हुई थी, तो उसमें जो इंटरमीडिएट आसन था वो उसमें ऐड किया है, प्लस एक शीतला प्राणायाम। तो 10 मिनट का तो ये एडिशन हुआ है, प्लस 15 मिनट का हमने ऑप्शनल रखा है क्योंकि जो योगा इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं उनके कुछ अपने ध्यान या योग निद्रा वगैरह अलग से उनकी एक उनका रहता है स्पेशल, तो वो भी हमने रखा है कि अगर कोई इंस्टीट्यूशन जैसे योगा इंस्टीट्यूशन अपना कर रहा है तो वो 15 मिनट का उसमें अलग से कॉमन योगा प्रोटोकॉल के अलावा चाहे वो प्राणायाम है, चाहे वो ध्यान है, चाहे वो योग निद्रा है, वो उसमें कर सकते हैं। बट जो हमारे जैसे चंडीगढ़ में प्रोग्राम है वो 45 मिनट का रहेगा और जितने हम लोग गवर्नमेंट स्पॉन्सर्ड प्रोग्राम है चाहे वो दिल्ली में है वो सब हमने 45 मिनट का रखे हैं। धन्यवाद।
Friends, we have no problem. We will take definitely some questions. But please keep in mind, may I humbly point out, there will be 7 sessions with renowned experts. Maybe, you will be more interested in that also. But we will take questions.
जी, मैं ये जानना चाहती हूँ कि इस बार जो योग दिवस है उसका बजट कितना है और जैसा कि आपने बताया कि बहुत से लोग पिछले साल से अभी तक उत्साहित हुए हैं, तो कितने टीचर्स योग टीचर्स के तौर पर शामिल हुए? कोई सरकार के पास पिछले 1 साल का कोई ऐसा आंकड़ा है क्या?
2 things. First of all, it is not just a government function. So ये कहना कि कितने लोग इसमें कितना बजट होगा, I think it's today becoming a people's event movement, and every ministry, every institution, they are spending their own money for the program. We are not supporting any institution in terms of giving out funds for celebrating. Yes, we are facilitating RWAs. We are facilitating at every district. We said there should be a small group doing yoga. So उनको तो हम funding कर रहे हैं. But जो बाकी institutions कर रहे हैं, हर ministry में हो रहा है, सब अपने अपने budget से कर रहे हैं. अगर collectively हम इन सब का budget देखें तो it would be hundreds of crores. Ministry की तरफ से तो हम we are spending, I think not even 15 crores. Around 15 crores is all that we are spending, which includes the national event, the training at all district headquarters, the training of about 1,000 RWAs, providing resources, trainers to whoever wants it. So I think it's a very small budget for such a huge, widespread function.
Mr. Naik, one of the reasons for international
number of teachers, again, because each of these yoga institutions has hundreds of trained teachers and they're all being involved in this. So we're not keeping a count.
In fact, yes, sir. In fact, sir, the training of yoga instructors is a mass activity. In fact, say for example, 436 master trainers have been trained for the Central Armed Police Forces. They are master trainers which have been trained in the last 1 year, more than 1 year, by the Moraji Desai National Institute of Yoga. I'm just giving an example. Only for the Central Armed Police Forces. Similarly, state governments, they have sent their yoga instructors to Patanjali, to Dev Sanskriti Vishwavidyalaya, Kevalya Dham, your BKS Iyengar. So all state governments, all yoga different like for example Chartered Accountants of India institution, they have also sent their own team for yoga training. So it is like not in a one place that we can have the fixed number. All of the state governments, yoga, your NSS, NCC have got more than 1 million members. So naturally they need yoga instructors, yoga trainers. So they got their master trainers trained and physical instructors in all the schools. As Hon'ble Minister has said that now it is a part of physical education curriculum, not compulsory, but it has been added up to 6 to 8 standard and 9th and 10th. And there are 2 syllabi for yoga which have been included in the physical education program.
Mr. Naik, one of the reasons for international acceptance of yoga as an alternative system of healthcare is its validation as a curative system. Do you have any plans to fund research in yoga by your ministry?
आज का सारा सेशन ही योगा की योग में क्या क्या Yes, of course. We have our own Central Research Council for Yoga. Under the extramural research, we are funding a large number of projects in different institutions. So whether it's the All India Institute of Medical Sciences, whether they pass other universities, we are funding research in yoga and its effect on different physiological factors, as well as in-house by the Central Council for Research in Yoga.
Naik Sahab, one from there.
भारत सरकार ने अभी ई टूरिस्ट और टूरिस्ट वीज़ा पर योगा अनिवार्य किया है, अल्पकालीन योगा कार्यक्रम टूरिस्ट वीज़ा पर और ई टूरिस्ट वीज़ा पर सरकार ने। तो क्या पाकिस्तान से आने वाले जो लोग हैं उनके लिए अनिवार्य होगा योगा करना, और पाकिस्तान दूतावास में योगा कार्यक्रम होगा या नहीं होगा, और गोवा के समुद्री तटों पर योगा कार्यक्रम की क्या रूपरेखा है?
सभी राज्यों में जैसे लास्ट साल का जो अनुभव है, सभी राज्यों में योगा डे मनाया गया है, इस साल में भी होगा। रिगार्डिंग पाकिस्तान के बारे में आपने पूछा, ये चाहते हैं इंडिया का योग सीखे तो सीखे ना, अच्छा होगा हमारे लिए।
मंत्री जी, मेरा सवाल ये है कि इस बार जो योगा डे का आयोजन है क्या राष्ट्रपति भवन में भी होगा, और दूसरा क्या वाइस प्रेसिडेंट से भी संपर्क किया गया है, उपराष्ट्रपति से, वो योगा डे में भाग लेंगे क्या?
हमने सबको अपील किया हुआ है योगा में सम्मिलित होने के लिए।
सर, इसमें राष्ट्रपति भवन में लगभग 2000 पार्टिसिपेंट्स का इवेंट प्लान्ड है, और राष्ट्रपति जी और वाइस प्रेसिडेंट जी के लिए जो कॉन्फ्रेंस है उनके लिए स्पेशली वी आर इनवाइटिंग देम, बट द कंफर्मेशन इज अवेटेड।
That's the last question.
Yeah, you spoke about how this time there's going to be a new initiative and corporate houses have also been appealed to take part or have an event. What is the kind of response that you have received, especially if you could throw the names of some prominent ones?
Just last week, the Honorable Minister had a session with the Chartered Accountants Institute of India in Bombay. There are almost 2,000 chartered accountants who had gathered there, and they're all so enthusiastic about it and reaffirmed their commitment to celebrate the International Yoga Day, not just by themselves, but all the members are spread across the country, and most of them are placed in corporates, number one. Number two, we have separately requested CII, FICCI, ASSOCHAM, all the trade bodies, the Company Secretaries Council of India, and they've also very, I would say, enthusiastically endorsed this and have further taken it up with their member institutions. Numbers obviously I wouldn't be able to give you, but we expect a huge response from the hundreds and hundreds of corporates spread across the country.
Yeah, friends, we have 1.5 hours. Please, you can ask. What is that? Okay.
हेलो, थैंक यू। योगा में हम लोग व्यस्त हैं। मैं आपसे जानना चाहता हूँ सर, योगा के अलावा हमारी जो मिनिस्ट्री है, पीयू में से रिलेटेड CCRUM के जितने भी सेंटर हैं, आज के डेट में उसे दवाई नहीं है, नंबर 1। नंबर 2, हमारा हुआ था कि दिल्ली में जितने भी दिल्ली से रिलेटेड हॉस्पिटल है उसमें CCRUM की मेडिसिन की डिस्पेंसरी खुलेगी। नहीं सर मेडिसिन नहीं है। मैं RLM हॉस्पिटल में कल भी मैंने विजिट किया है, वहाँ पे मेडिसिन नहीं है, क्योंकि यूनानी से रिलेटेड हकीम लोग दवाई लिख रहे हैं, वहाँ दवाइयाँ लगी, मरीज वापस जा रहे हैं, तो ये क्यों है ऐसा?
इतनी बड़ी व्यवस्था है, कहीं ना कहीं थोड़ी बहुत कमियां होगी। हम निश्चित तौर से आपका सजेशन ले लेंगे, तुरंत मैं आपको बुलाऊंगा और हमारे जो ऑफिसर है उनके साथ बैठ के क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम है वो सॉर्ट आउट करेंगे। थैंक यू।
का है और भारत के लोग ही सबसे ज्यादा बीमार हैं, क्यों
करते नहीं ना योगा ही इसीलिए हम रिक्वेस्ट करें बार आप करिए, योगा करिए, सब ठीक हो जाएगा बस।
Yeah, friends, what I was telling you was we have 1.5 hours. There will be immediately after this presentations will begin. Afterwards, the ministry has arranged lunch for all of you on the 4th floor. And I think, sir, very nice of you. We feel privileged by your presence and all the dignitaries. I thank you for patiently listening to all this. Now I give the stage over to Mr. Basav Reddy. Yeah. नीचे बैठेंगे सर?